Hi guys, this is Sadak from relock.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to install the GrapheneOS ROM on your Android phone and lock the bootloader as well. So if you're not aware, the GrapheneOS is perhaps the most privacy enriched and secure ROM out there, although it does not have quite a lot of features and customization as opposed to CR Droid and Evolution X ROM, but this is perhaps the most secure ROM that you could get your hands on. So these are the various features of the GrapheneOS. As you could see, all of these are mostly or rather only focused on the privacy enriched features, and it does not have any Google apps as such, although you may get a Google Play in a sandbox environment, standalone environment, and along the same line there are quite a lot of other features as well, even the duress pin and password. So for the unaware, a duress pin is a pin which you will enter and it will then wipe off all the data from your phone as well. You could type in the lock screen or anywhere wherever you get a prompt. Then apart from that, you may also set an auto reboot option, and you could get hold of all this information from their official page as well. They have explained all their features over here. As you could see, simply go to the desired link, and if we go to the, let's say, pin scrambling, so as you could see, they add a toggle for enabling pin scrambling to raise the difficulty of figuring out the pin being entered. So the pin will not be in a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, rather it will be jumbled, so that if someone have a sneak peek at your phone, they will not be able to identify the numbers being typed. Similarly, there are quite a lot of passwords and pin protection, making it one of the most, or rather the most, privacy enriched ROM. Apart from that, there is also one more. I am not remembering that name. I guess it's the Calyx OS. So both of these ROMs are the most secure ROMs out there. For now, our focus will be on the GrapheneOS. And with that said, there exist two ways through which you could flash the ROM. The first one is the automatic approach, which involves using the web USB installer, whereas the second one is the manual approach, which involves using the command line. I'll show you both the methods. First off, let me start off with the web USB installer, which is the automatic method. So both the methods will wipe off all the data from your phone. Moreover, even though you have the option to lock the bootloader, it's completely optional. And if you want to lock the bootloader, then please first and foremost make sure that the flashing has been done successfully, and your phone should not have any custom binary or root remaining on the phone, because if your phone has any custom module, Magist module or root, and if you end up relocking the bootloader, your phone will end up in a brick state. At the time of relocking, your phone should only have the GrapheneOS, and apart from that custom ROM, there should be no other custom binary as well. Moreover, the flashing of the AVB PKMD, which is the custom Android bootloader file, should be there. If you haven't flashed this file, then again the relocking will not work. So you just have to checkmark both this requirement. Then I'll show you how to relock as well across both the automatic and the manual method. Third one is the should you disable the OEM Unlock toggle as well. So since you have already relocked the bootloader, should you turn off this toggle? It's highly recommended that you don't, because if you turn off the OEM unlocking toggle as well, and in the near future if your phone ends up in a soft brick or a boot loop state, then you will not be able to unbrick your phone because the bootloader is locked, and you cannot unlock the bootloader because the OEM unlocking will be disabled. So at least keep the OEM unlocking enabled. Even you have relocked the bootloader, then still keep the OEM unlocking enabled, because if something goes wrong, then you could still use the Fastboo flashing unlock command and unlock the bootloader and unbrick your phone as well. So even after relocking the bootloader, at least have the OEM unlocking enabled at all times. It's highly recommended. So now that you are aware of all the tweaks and tips and tricks, let's start off with the flashing process. So first off, please take a backup of all the data on your phone, and then let's get started. So firstly, I'll be using the automatic approach, which involves the web USB installer. So get hold of the latest Android SDK platform tools from this guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In our case, we have done so in C drive, and as you could see, these are the files of platform tools. Once you have done the extraction, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking on your phone as well. So just give me a few seconds. For that, you have to go to the settings menu, then go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. Once that happens, go back, go to system, and you should now see developer options. Go there and enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will now get a prompt on your phone. Tap on OK, and with this, the debugging is now enabled. Let's verify the same. Also, checkmark always allow USB debugging if the prompt appears. Okay, now open the CMD window inside platform tools. For that, you may either type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools, or go to start menu, open command prompt from there, then type in cd space, paste the part of platform tools, and with this you are now inside the platform tools directory. Now type in ADB devices and verify that you're getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out this USB fixture and verify that you're getting an ID. Once you're getting this ID, let's now move ahead with the next step. So moving on, you will now have to boot your phone to the fast boot mode. For that, type in ADB reboot bootloader in the CMD window and hit enter. And your phone should now reboot into fast boot mode in a few seconds. Once it's in the fast boot mode, you will have to verify the fast boot connection as well. So type in fast boot devices and verify that you're getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you'll have to install fast boot drivers. We have made a separate guide on the same as well. So you may have a look at my guide and install the drivers. Once you have installed the drivers, right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and verify that your phone is being shown here as Android bootloader interface. So this, as well as the serial ID next to fastboot, signify that your PC is able to read the phone in fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So moving on, we could now start off with the flashing process. So first off, go to this link, the web USB installer for the GrapheneOS, and over here we have already enabled OEM unlocking, and now we could start off with the flashing process. So scroll down and first off click on unlock bootloader. You may also manually get this job done, but it's easy to simply hit this button and choose your phone from here. Click on connect and it will then unlock the bootloader on your phone. In my case, the bootloader is already unlocked, as you could see, device is unlocked. So if in your case, if that is not the case, then your phone will undergo a wipe and it will then use the command of, let me show you, it will use the command fastboot flashing unlock, and after that the bootloader on your phone will be unlocked as well. And once that is done, you could then move ahead. In my case, you could see the bootloader is already unlocked. I am getting this prompt. This prompt was not there earlier. I have got this prompt just now. Let me show you. If I do a refresh, as you could see, it's not there. Once I click on unlock bootloader, as you could see, in my case, it's already unlocked. So if in your case that is not the case, then it will use the command of fastboot flashing unlock, and then your phone will undergo a wipe and it might boot to the OS. Once that happens, make sure to reboot to the fastboot mode once again. And now let's move ahead. So now you will have to get hold of the GrapheneOS latest build, which will take a few seconds depending on the file size as well as the network speed. So let's just wait for the ROM to be downloaded. So guys, the file has now been downloaded. As you could see, we are getting the prompt. So now just click on the flash release button and the ROM will now flash the files onto your phone. Please do not interact with the phone while the flashing is going on. Your phone will automatically reboot to the fastboot and the fastboot D mode. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. So give it around, I guess it should take 8 to 10 minutes for the flashing to complete. So let's wait. You could keep a track of the same from this progress bar. So let's just wait for the flashing to complete, and your phone might undergo a restart numerous times, all of which is completely normal. So guys, the flashing is now complete and it was very fast. It only took around 4 to 5 minutes. As you could see, the flashing is now done. Now comes the most important and risky part. So if you want to relock the bootloader, which is completely optional, I'm again repeating, you must simply do a start and leave the bootloader in an unlocked state. That's well and good. But if you want to relock the bootloader, then you will have to do so at this point in time. So in this ROM, we could easily do that because it has its own Android verified boot file. This is the avb pkmd.bin file. So it first erases the file, the custom avb file, and it will then flash its own file. So let me show you what exactly is going on as well. Okay, so the flashing file should be somewhat here. Let me first open this file and let me show you, should be somewhat here. So it will first flash this. The avb custom, it will first erase the stock file which is there on your phone and then flash its own signed avb custom key file, which is the avb pkmd.bin file. And only after this you will be able to relock the bootloader. So in case of automatic flashing as well as the manual flashing, in both the flashing it will automatically flash this file as well. But don't have to worry about that. Now you just have to click on the button to lock the bootloader. As soon as you do so, you will get a prompt on your phone. So use the volume key to bring up the option of lock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, the bootloader is now locked and you will get a prompt on the PC as well, and on your phone as well. You could see device state is logged, so it's currently logged, and now you may boot to the OS. So for that you will just have to press the power key and it will now go to the start to the OS. You may also use the fastboot reboot command, and as you could see your device is loading a different OS and the ID is also different. You may verify this ID from the official GrapheneOS page as well, and the ID will match, signifying that you have flashed the right ROM for your phone. And as you could see, our phone is now booting to the OS, to the GrapheneOS custom ROM on a log bootloader, all thanks to the custom AVB PKMD file which we have flashed. So with that said, the first boot up will take up some time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. From the subsequent time, that will not be the case. So with that said, let's wait for the boot animation to appear, and after that we will set up the ROM file as well. So give it a few more seconds. And with this, we are now inside the GrapheneOS. So let's tap on next, and as of now I'm setting the ROM offline. If you want, you may go online and connect your account and restore the data as well. But for now I'm skipping all that stuff, and by default it has a black theme which is somewhat dull in my scenario, but everyone have their own opinion. Let's first access the settings menu, and it has a new revamped Android 15 settings UI. If we have a look at the power menu, well, the power menu is also the new one. So the features are based on Android 15 AOSP. That is quite great to see. You may add a new device from here as well, or change the numerous audio tweaks from that setting page. Apart from that, you have the power menu in QL styles, and you may also do a screen recording in one single app. So it's there as well. Again, quite great to see. You may just choose an app from here, and then the recording will only take place inside that app. Once you switch over to any other app, the recording will pause and only resume once you are in that app. Then apart from that, if you go to the private space, let me have a look whether is that there or not. So first set a screen lock. For now let me choose so there is no pattern lock. Well, that's quite strange. They have took the privacy to a new level. Let me choose this for the sake of convenience for now. And screen lock is now set. Let's go to the private space and first enter your PIN. And now you may either use the same lock screen that you have for the lock, or choose a new lock. As of now, let me choose a new lock for the private space. So let's first confirm the existing PIN, and now you may only choose the PIN or fingerprint. So for now, let me choose a new password for the private space. Again, I'm choosing an easier one, but you should choose a stronger one, and you may also add a fingerprint as well. And with this, the private space should now be added. Tap on done, and it's now there in the app drawer. Tap on the lock icon, type in the password, and you could now access the private space over here. Then you may also add new apps from here as well. Then there's also an option to hide the private space from the app drawer. Enable the toggle and it should now be hidden. Just tap on the lock icon. As you could see, it's now gone from here as well. To bring it back, you could either do a search over here for the private space, or if it's not shown here, then you will have to go to the settings menu on your phone and then enable the private space once again from there, and then it will be enabled. So go to private space, type in the password, and now you will get back the private space in the app drawer. As you could see, it's now unlocked. So these were the Android 15 features. Apart from that, we have a few pre-installed apps as well. This is its own app store, auditor app for the kernel. Then you have the info app, the Graphene info page. You could get hold of all their information from here as well. Then we have the files app, gallery app, PDF viewer. I don't know why that is pre-installed. I will usually don't want such apps. So it has quite a lot of app info pages. For example, you could view the logs as well, manage the app sound, and quite a lot of exploit protection features as well. Hardened memory allocated, native code debugging. So these are some advanced level tweaks, and it's recommended not to use and tweak them unless you know what exactly you are up to. Then you have the minimum and target SDK values as well, app version, when it was installed, the APK value, app package name. So all of them are there. Then you have the predictive back gesture as well. This will give you a sneak peek of what is behind the menu. Under wallpaper and style, you have the themes to choose from. As you could see, you could change any one of these themes and go to other colors and choose more colors from here as well. Then you could enable or disable the dark theme from here as well. Let's go to complete pitch black dark. Then apart from that, you may also go to the home screen and enable themed icons, and they are now enabled. Or you could also change the app grid size. 5x5 is the maximum that we have. Then apart from that, let's have a look at few other tweaks. Under security and privacy, we have the exploit protection. So you could auto reboot your phone at a specific point in time. For example, from 72 hours, 48 hours, 36 hours, all these times are there, and 10 minutes as well. Okay, we also have the option to set it to off as well, and put your password and set it to off. Because I don't want my phone to auto reboot, that's not my cup of tea. And then you have some option for the USB-C port as well. You could even turn off the USB-C port. That's quite great to see, or set it to only charging when lock, or add, which will not have any restriction whatsoever. Anyways, let's keep it its default value. Then you could turn off the Wi-Fi and turn off Bluetooth as well on a scheduled time. Hardened memory allocator, native code debugging, all of these are for some high app level debugging, and let's leave them as they are. More security and privacy, notifications on lock screen, save screenshot, timestamp to exif. This will make, then if someone has your screenshot, then they could extract the metadata and get hold of the information, but that is no longer possible thanks to this feature. Device admin apps, you could add an app and make it device admin as well. And there are some other few tweaks as well. So it's quite great to see that it's not only focused on the privacy aspect, but it has a few UI UX tweaks as well in the form of this section. And this is the one from OSP ROM, and under display, so we have the same display tweaks that you get across all the custom ROMs. Under system as well, the gestures, you could view the log as and when required from here as well. Then you could save the log and share it with the developer as well if required. Then you may update your phone from the system update section. No need to flash it from the PC, because that will take quite a lot of time. So guys, this was the automatic flashing method. If we talk about the manual flashing, then in that case, let me show you the steps as well. So first and foremost, you will have to get hold of the latest Android SDK platform tools and extract them onto your PC. These are the 5-step platform tools. Let me show you. Once that is done, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking as well. For that, you have to go to the settings menu, system, tap on about phone 7 times, or rather the build number 7 times, and this will enable developer options. From there, enable the USB debugging and OEM unlocking. Then open the CMD window inside platform tools and type in ADB reboot bootloader. This will boot you into the fastboot mode, and then you will again have to type in fastboot flashing unlock. This, you will now get a prompt on your phone, so use the volume key to highlight unlock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, your phone will undergo a wipe and the bootloader will be unlocked, and your phone will boot to the OS. Once it's in the OS, make sure to re-enable USB debugging and then reboot your phone to the fastboot mode via the ADB reboot bootloader command. So once you are inside the fastboot mode once again, you will then have to get hold of the GrapheneOS ROM zip file from this link. And once you have got the ROM zip file, you will have to extract it as well. Upon extraction, you will get the following files. So now simply you have to launch the flash all.bat file, and the flashing will automatically start. It will flash all the required files and also replace the custom AVB file with the custom ROM AVB file. So rather the stock AVB file with the custom one, the AVB pkmd bin file, the stock one which is there in the pixel will be removed, will be erased, and it will be replaced by the custom file of the custom ROM. And after that, you will then be able to relock the bootloader as well. So once the flashing has been done by the flash all.bat file, your phone will stay in the fastboot mode. So you will then have to use the fastboot flashing lock command. This is the command, fastboot flashing lock. Simply use this command, you will get a prompt. So use the volume key to highlight lock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, the bootloader will be locked, and then you may hit the power key or use the fastboot reboot command to boot your phone to the OS. Your phone will then boot to the GrapheneOS and the bootloader will be logged. Let's have a look at that as well, whether the bootloader is currently logged or not. Just give me a second. So we could verify the same from the fastboot mode as well. But before that, I will still highly advise you to please re-enable OEM unlocking, because if something goes wrong, then you could easily unlock the bootloader and then flash the factory image. But if the OEM unlocking is off, then that will not be possible. So first and foremost, go to the system, or rather go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer option, type in the password as well. Then you will have to go to the system, and from there go to developer options, and now enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking. input your password, and that's just about it. Again, tap on enable, although you'll get a warning, but this is extremely important because if you don't do so, then recovering your phone back from a brick state will be extremely difficult. So please keep this toggle enabled at all times. With that said, let me now show you the phone's status as well. Let's first boot our phone to the fast boot mode. So now that we have enabled the developer option as well, enable USB debugging from here, tap on OK. You might get one more prompt. Okay, that sound was somewhat new, and I guess I've heard that in earlier times of Pixel. Now let me reboot my phone to the fast boot mode, and we will then have a look at the device state. So let's wait for a few seconds, and then you could have a look at that as well. This will verify if the bootloader has been logged or not. As you could see, the device state is currently logged and it's unlockable. I will show you how to rectify this as well if required. But for now, you could see the bootloader is currently logged and we are running a custom ROM. But please do not root the GrapheneOS or install the TWRP recovery or any module as such, because that will end up breaking your phone. If you want to flash any module, then first you will have to unlock the bootloader. I will show you that in a new video on how that could be done. As of now, we have the GrapheneOS via two methods, the automatic and the manual, and you will always get a prompt that your phone is now having a different OS, which is completely normal, nothing to worry about. So guys, this was all from this video. It's recommended that you use the automatic method because that's quite easy. Right from unlocking the bootloader to obtaining the factory image and flashing it, and even relocking the bootloader, all of them could be carried out in just one single click. As you could see, the bootloader was unlocked and we got the ROM file as well. Then we flashed the file as well, and then we locked the bootloader as well. All of them with just one single click. But if you want to do that manually, then you will first have to boot your phone to the fastboot mode and use the fastboot flashing unlock command to unlock the bootloader. Then again use the adb reboot bootloader command to boot to the fastboot mode. And after that, you may get hold of the ROM zip file. Then use the flash all.bat file. The flashing will now start. And once the flashing is done, you will have to use the fastboot flashing lock command. You will get a prompt. Use the volume key to highlight lock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, the bootloader will be logged and your phone will then boot to the OS. Just make sure to keep the OEM unlocking enabled at all times. And guys, that's just about it. In my next video, I'll show you how to fix the issue of wherein you are getting the bootloader is currently logged and in the bracket is showing as unlockable. That's not a cause of concern. You could easily unlock the bootloader. You just have to do one tweak, which I will show in the next video. But apart from that, if you have any other query, do let me know in the comment section. And thanks a lot for watching.